Greetings, 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 greetings in the name of the Most High. Greetings and blessing.
Go get him, Daddy.
I'ma get him, baby. Greetings, 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 greetings. Shout out Tony Bree. All right, welcome to episode number 6 in the Active Thought Podcast. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing love. You ain't have to, because a lot of people like stranger stuff, but they won't like your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I thank everybody for taking the time out to listen. I appreciate you and I appreciate the love.
I remember the days when I had no money. Used to shake my head like this shit ain't funny. Always
Voice of the strongest, strong sis.
But now I'm back, I'm acting
Called
up.
Bree,
You
only
know what's
Bree,
up,
add her,
I'm
show
pulling
her.
up. Just know they
I'm
never
saying
run
how
it
much
up.
her
I'm
voice
God
sounds
blessing, this
great.
ain't no luck. You
I
bitches
appreciate
mad
you,
'cause
Bree.
bitches is
Shout out
dumb.
to you.
That bad mind is gonna keep you fucked up. Yeah, Brooklyn,
True
New York,
story.
swear and said I'ma talk about it. Niggas put one in your skull, they never talk about it. I'm from the plus scene, you know I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it. Running back.
Yes, thank you, Only Bree. What's up, everybody? Again, I'm gonna say welcome to episode 6 of the Active Thought Podcast. And I like to thank everybody, like always. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm getting so much love and so much people hitting me up. And sometimes some people that I like their point of view, and I ask them what's up, what they think I should talk about, what they think I should elaborate on, and you know what I'm saying. I'm getting some feedback and we're gonna talk about it. All right. So like the very first question I was asked, right? The very first question I was asked was, can a girlfriend and a boyfriend become friends after a breakup? Right? So that's it's those type of situations or person to person basis, right? So if you're in a relationship and everything ends in well, like not well, but everything just ends up that y'all see y'all wasn't for each other, y'all definitely can be friends, right? Well, somebody just sent me a message to ask something, but sorry, I'm already started, right? So yeah, based on the person and based on your personality, some people are not strong enough to maintain a friendship with their ex, right? Because some people, sometimes when you're in a relationship, you have to figure out how that person feels. If you really truly know how that person feels, you might not have broken up. But a lot of people hold resentments after a relationship, so they start. You know what I'm saying? They dislike you, or they spiteful, or they feel some type of way about you, and you had no idea, because we lack communication. So that's the biggest thing about a relationship is the lack of communications, and it's terrible that when you get into a relationship with somebody that you can't communicate with a person, because you're scared. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're scared to communicate with the person that you're with, it's like it's one of the worst things. It's the cancer for the relationship. No matter how long you've been with a person, if you lack communication, that's the cancer. It's gonna eat your relationship slowly. Your relationship could last for years, and that cancer is gonna just stay there, and even when you start communicating, and it could always come back because people get in their feelings, and it just get worse and worse and worse. So you can be friends with your ex-girlfriend if both of y'all are mature enough to just put it past and realize that the relationship just didn't work out, and it's okay, and that's life. So y'all just moved on, and then y'all be in a good space, because at the end of the day, even if you love somebody, no matter how hard you try, it's not gonna work out, because your personalities is too different. Your desires is too different. Your wants is too different, and it's never gonna work out. So to be honest with you, don't prolong the inevitable. Sometimes it's just not gonna. Sometimes some people are just not for you. that's it is what it is. Some people are not for you. And as much as I try to be the person that I need to be for the people that I talk to or people that I've dated, you know, I'm just not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm okay with that. And everybody's not my cup of tea. So once you get to know a person, once you start a relationship with a person, sometimes you might see things in them that you say, yo, I don't want no part of, and sometimes it, like, you never know. It takes years to acknowledge certain things, certain things that you overlooked, certain things that you just didn't see sometimes. And like Mary J. Blige says, in love you take your chances, so we take our chances and but we always seems to bounce back, because at the end of the day, there's always somebody. I don't like the term other fish in the sea, only because some people use it and not concentrate on their relationship, right? I'm gonna say that some people, while they're in a relationship, they're thinking about the other fish in the sea, so they feel like they can walk away from what the relationship that they have. So they think, oh, okay, you're not perfect for me, you're not this for me, I'm just gonna walk away. That's not how you're supposed to work in a relationship. That's not how a relationship works. Yes, you have to see certain things in a relationship and before you could just move on, because sometimes something the other person does is fixable. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you to stay in a relationship or to leave a relationship. You have to outweigh your balance. You have to see what holds true, right? You have to see the good and the bad, and weigh that out, because sometimes the person might just give you everything, but there's this one particular thing that aches the hell out of you, and it shouldn't make you walk away, because you might get that in another relationship, but they lack in everything else that you desired, which that person brings. So sometimes whatever that thing is that bothers you, you have to say, is it worth it to move on or to move forward? So if we have the mindset of other fish in the sea, then at the end of the day, yo, we can't concentrate on this or making this better, because every relationship is basically the same, right? Relationships are boring, relationships are fun, relationships is happy, relationships is sad. The outcome of every relationship is the same. So if you have a relationship and it's based off of everything good, especially from the beginning, you'll make that mistake, and when the bad happens, you're not gonna be able to handle it, because y'all was so strong. And it's just like a rich person. You're rich all your life, and all of a sudden you go broke. You won't know nothing. You won't know what to do. You better off starting a little bit shaky, and then you grow to love that person even more, because then that person, because you have to love that person through their seasons, right? Their seasons is the anger, the sadness, the happiness, and the even the sickness or joy, whatever, right? Everybody has a season in their life, and everybody momentum and personality change according to certain situation. So you have to know the situation, the person. You have to see the person at their best. So I'm no longer gonna make that mistake in being with somebody or claiming somebody without seeing like some of the seasons, right? Because if you can't, I'm not gonna force a season to happen. I'm not gonna force somebody, like, if me and the person's always happy, I'm not gonna force that person to be upset just to see how that person is upset. Sometimes that might take a while to happen, and sometimes it might happen in the beginning of a relationship. But at the end of the day, I have to try to be with that person long enough to see the different point of views, or the different personalities that person have, because a lot of times that person, you might be able to handle that person, but that person might not be able to handle you. Like if a person is mad, or they completely changing on you, or they completely putting you to side, or is that person acting on emotions, or if that person, you understand? So there's a lot. So when you and a person stop talking, both of y'all have to be strong enough or adult enough to have a real relationship. So I was asked a weird question, but it's an interesting question. I'm sure it's been asked for probably day one, right? I was asked, why is there no male birth control aside from condom, right? So, right, biology is one of the biggest things, right? Because as men, we produce about 1 million sperms every day, right? That's why we can have kids until we die. That production never stops. So we produce about a million sperm cells a day. So in order for birth control to happen, we have to be able to stop that, right? So stopping that is, you don't know the effects long term and short term, right? How can you stop something that the body produced, and that might not be good for the male body to be able to stop that or slow that down, because as a female, you have a certain amount of eggs, and that's the amount of eggs that you have for your duration of your life. That's why some people, they lose their eggs early and they go through early menopause or whatever. So it's complicated for a guy to have like some type of what is that, contra whatever, y'all know what I'm saying, whatever, right? So, and also you have to, another thing is the effectiveness of it, right? Because what happens is you have to stop the cum, right, the semen, from reaching the egg. So the best way to do that is through a condom, right? But females can wear condoms, male can wear condoms, right? But I know the female condom is crazy and stuff like that, and but yeah, the condom is the best way to stop it. I wouldn't recommend. Me personally, I don't care unless I'm having a vasectomy. I'm gonna soon. I'm gonna just clip everything, so I'm gonna be all right after, like soon, right? So I'm gonna clip everything so I don't have no more kids, and then I'll be all right. Another question I was asked is, why do side chicks get upset when you settle with someone else? Right? Why do side chicks get upset when you settle with somebody else? At the end of the day, if you was a side chick, how can I trust me to trust you? Right? How can I trust me to trust you? How can I trust you to trust me? Right? So two things could be true in every situation. It could work out for somebody and it might not work out for somebody else. But most likely it's not gonna work out for most people, just because that person's gonna ever look at you a certain way, like, damn, they might do the same thing to me. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what, because sometimes when you get into these type of situations, you're not thinking long term. You're thinking right now, and yeah, you might get feelings that you're thinking could last long term, but at the end of the day, you're not thinking what happens when I get into that place of the person that is the main, right? And then but you got to look at it too, just like you was the side, there's a possibility of them being the side, especially. But I would say this, right? Because some situations are rare. Don't take it as that you have a chance, but some situations are rare that the person that's in the relationship really no longer want to be in that relationship. Excuse me. Don't no longer want to be in that relationship, so they find somebody to be with. It is a possibility, but how you try to see if that works in your favor is to know that the relationship, while they having that relationship with you as a side person, you have to know that that relationship that they have with their main person. So is that relationship a healthy relationship that they pretending to not be healthy so they could have you in their life, or is it something that, okay, this is not working, but how is it not working? You understand? And why are you not stopping it? So some of the questions you have to ask, like, okay, if you're not happy there, why are you still there? And if the person can't come up with a real reason, then that person really is just telling you what you want to hear for the moment. And that person's not going to trust you to trust them. They're going to always feel like, yo, they're going to be self-conscious that you could do it to them too, or vice versa, or thinking that you thinking they could do it to them too. So it's a sticky situation, and most people don't really wife their side chicks. Another question I was asked was, why is it that a man settles down with someone else other than the woman that they've been dealing with for years, right? That is a crazy question. And to be honest with you, the reason for that, or part of the reasons for that, is only because if a person been with you for years, you allow them to see everything, right? And they either gonna know that the things that they've been through with you can last forever, or they can see, say, or feel like, nah, I can't do this forever, or they looking for an exit strategy. You understand? Because the person that you with for years know who you are, your ins and outs, and you have to know whether or not that relationship is worth being in for that period of time. So it's not about settling down, because now you can't look at your relationship and say that, oh, if you don't marry me, I'm gonna leave you, right? Because maybe the person just don't want to get married, they just want to be with you. So be careful how you put pressure on somebody to do things, because when they mad, they're gonna feel like they're gonna use that as an excuse and say, you made me do it, I didn't want to do it, you made me do it. And then some of that resentment comes just when they mad, and then it's gonna fester into something bigger than just y'all being together. It's just gonna make that person forever look at you a certain way. But to leave somebody that you with for years, it would have to be something that they feel like you can't stop that. Plain and simple. You can't stop that, because, like I said, the person might just see a little bit something in that person and just jump the gun, right? And when they jump the gun, 9 out of 10 that situation is not gonna last. It goes hand in hand with the last question about being the side chick. They might be with you for years and find a side chick or a side dude, and just be like, yo, he has this, and think that, yo, this is forever. No, because let me tell you something. A lot of time when you're dealing with somebody and you're getting that good from that person, that's only because you don't belong to that person. That's only because you and that person don't share a relationship. When I say a relationship, I mean that night and day and day and night and mornings and noons and afternoons and nights, and y'all don't have each other to run to all day and all night. So therefore, when they have the little time that they have with you, it's gonna be a vacation. It's gonna be a weekend. You understand? Not weekend in the sense in every sense of the word. Weekend in the sense of they not working they not doing a 9 to 5 with you. Your main relationship is the 9 to 5, right? So if your main relationship is the 9 to 5, that's where the work get put in. That's where you have to put in work and they have to put in work, and y'all gotta make it work. So when you're dealing with a side person, that person is he don't or she don't have to be everything that your main have to be. So if you fool by jumping the gun with the side person, you're an idiot. Plain and simple, you're an idiot. Because now when y'all get into a relationship, now that side person, it goes back to that old question. Now the side person have to sit in that main seat. Now y'all gotta deal with each other all day long. Y'all gotta talk to each other all day long. Y'all gotta communicate. Y'all with each other. Now y'all there's nothing else outside. So now you really, because you don't know the person because they're your side. You don't really know them because they're your side. You know the front part of them because they don't gotta be everything you need. Right? Because when y'all see each other, y'all only enjoying good times. The person on your side, you only enjoying the good times. That's what I said. Everything goes in full circle in a relationship. The seasons, right? You have to have the seasons with that person. And when they're your side and you their side, they don't see the seasons. You might get a little attitude, but you ain't got to show it to them. They ain't got to deal with your attitude. They ain't got to deal with your personality because you are temporary. So now when you go for the job, the full-time job, now you got to put in work. You got to research. You got to you got to put in the work. So now that's when you see the real person, and most of the time those situations don't work out. They don't last. And another question I was asked was, would you guys consider being in a relationship with a girl that gives it up on the first date? Shout out to my cousin. Shout out to Cutes, right? Would guys consider being in a relationship with a girl that gives it up the first date? Right? So at the end of the day, right? Whether you give it up the first date or day 50 or day 90 or day 120, no matter when you give it up, it's all about energy, right? Because at the end of the day now, if a guy is feeling your energy and your energy mesh, he don't care. Personally, almost everybody I dated gave it up the first couple of days or couple of weeks. I'm talking about long term. All my long term relationships, it was a couple of days, right? So a person's gonna deal with you based on the realness, right? You're not a kid anymore, right? So there's a difference between there's a difference between a hoe and there's a difference between feelings, right? And a person know who you are, right? A person fill out who you are, right? Just because somebody want to sleep with you doesn't mean that they think that you're a hoe, right? And vice versa. And just because you sleep with a person don't mean that you're a hoe. But how your attitude is, how your demeanor is, how you present yourself determines that, right? And guys, I'll say guys find girls attractive, right? A lot of girls is attractive. But you can tell somebody that moves a little crazy versus a person that is just in the moment, right? So if a person see you in the moment meaning like they feeling the energy, they feeling their vibes and things mesh. So when that happens, then you could have a sexual relationship and the person don't think nothing of it. And to be honest with you, a person knows whether or not they care for you almost before y'all sexual, right? And because of how y'all personality is, sometimes there are guys out there that's only about sex. Two things could be true, but there a lot of guys out there, you know, you know that term "don't turn a hoe into a housewife." It's real because how they vibe with you. It don't matter what you are, right? Y'all don't get that, right? Y'all think holding back intimacy is a form of, damn, he's gonna like me more or he's not gonna look at. Guys don't care if you, man, if let's say for instance you and you put it on him something crazy that he never happened to him before, and your body meshes, right, and your energies exchange. That guy's gonna want to come back. Most guys want to come. Most guys is not gonna have sex with a girl without coming back, right? What stops them from coming back is your energy, your vibe, right? If you do too much, if you change on them, if you now you start getting clingy, because some girls they be like, no, 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 no.
No, I don't do. I don't usually do this. I don't usually do this. Oh my God! Stop! Right?
And then all of a sudden you're mad clingy. You're mad clingy after this. So now they're like, yo, what the hell? You're turning them off because now you become that they somebody that they like, what the hell? They don't want that because your vibe is not the same vibe. Right? So at the end of the day, that was funny as hell. Right? But now honestly, they see a different person that they was messing with. So you have to be consistent with who you are. Don't stop yourself from being with a guy because you feel like he might look at you a little different. If you think he's gonna look at you a little different, that shouldn't be the guy that you talk to. Plain and simple, right? Somebody asked me, what is a soulmate? Right? What is a soulmate? A soulmate. Do I believe in soulmates? I believe a person could be perfect for you. I think you consider that a soulmate because how perfectly things fit, right? And how perfect the energy fit. But you know why I say it's not 100%? Because if the person is your soulmate, no matter what, you're gonna end up with that person. No matter where you at in life, no matter where you at in space, no matter where you at in energy, that person is gonna always come to you. So that's a soulmate. You're not gonna meet a soulmate and then yeah not together. A soulmate is somebody. I feel like a soulmate is probably somebody that get married for life, no matter what the situation may be. You understand? Because that's your soulmate. That's your energy is just connected in every aspect, every way, but I don't know. I'll say there's no such thing, but it's just a matter of energy. If your energy connect to the fullest, you're gonna feel like that person is your soulmate. Just like love, right? I don't Love is a cocktail of emotions, right? Love is the same thing as lust. Lust is the same thing as love. We don't know the difference. There's no true and there's no real definition for love because love is a word, right? Romeo and Juliet, I say this all the time. This is my favorite quote, right? A rose by any other name will still smell as sweet. So the difference between love and lust, you don't know. You just think, okay, lust is infatuation. And at the end of the day, love is an infatuation. So there's no clear difference. We just have the names so we can identify something, right? So at the end of the day, when you say, "Oh, that wasn't love, that was lust," because y'all stopped talking, no, it was still the same thing. It was still love or lust. Just because it lasts longer, because lust could last longer too. Because we lust after money, we forever gonna run after money. So that's it's the same thing. It's like love and lust is the desire is just a desire. At the end of the day, both of those feelings is like love and hate. It's just the passion of that feeling. We create a word for it. That's why you never know when you love somebody. You just you just have a feeling that you can't explain, and you call it love, right? It's a cocktail of emotions. It's everything, And to be honest with you, sometimes it lasts, sometimes it don't. So the when it don't, people say, "Oh, that was just lust." No, it's the same thing. It's just maybe it was the early stage of love, and you just seen something different, and then it didn't last. But to each is his own. I can't tell you how to feel, but love is a cocktail of emotions. It's different emotions sprinkled in one, and which we can't explain, elaborate on, or define. So we call it love. Just like it's just a passionate feeling, like hate and love. That's why they say there's a thin line between love and hate, because sometimes you don't know the difference. Because it brings the same fanaticism, right? Fanatics either love you or hate you. It's the same feeling, So that's what I gotta say about soulmates. I was asked, do you believe in second chances? Right? In second chance in a relationship. I normally, as for me, I normally don't go back to somebody I used to talk to, right? I've done it before, but it's never gonna be the same, right? It's never gonna be the same, especially depending on how you and that person stop talking, right? If you and that person just stop talking, and then like you went this way, they went that way, and y'all stopped talking, or you haven't y'all haven't seen each other for so long, or something happened that it's out of your control, then it's easier to come back to that person because you have unsettled feelings, right? Like it just happened that y'all stopped talking. But if it's something that person did to you that's wrong, a lot of time it's gonna be in back of your mind where you're gonna look at it like, do I want to go through that again? Do I want to be in this situation again? Like, you understand? So it's and some people, I'm gonna say this, right? I was with one of my exes and she cheated, right? And I spoke back to her, right? Me and her started kicking it again, right? With me, with cheating, if I catch you, it's over. It's a wrap. Nothing to talk about, because I'm not doing it to you. So there's nothing to talk about, especially as a female. I hold you at a higher standard because you're a female, because it's not that easy to get to you as a female, right? It's not that easy to get in your pants as a female, right? So you took the time out to really, because y'all love with, it's not like a guy that can just be with somebody and just walk away. As a female, y'all love with, y'all attracted by everything. So a person could turn, y'all have, so both parties do. Don't think I'm saying it as I give guys a pass or whatever. I'm just saying as a female, how y'all hold yourself. In order for you to cheat, y'all don't cheat with just to do it. Y'all cheat with emotions. So if you cheated on me, it's a wrap. I'm gonna be real with you. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could give a girl a second chance after she cheated. I gave this girl a second chance because of what we shared. And to be honest with you, she was a great person, and I wasn't even thinking about the cheating no more, because to me, I think I already have it in my mind like everybody does them. If you respect your relationship enough, you would never find out. Not giving cheating a pass, but at the end of the day, you're never gonna forget that in your head. You're never gonna stop thinking about that. You're never gonna stop feeling that. So it's rare that I give somebody the second chance, especially depending on what you did and how we stopped talking. So that's just me. Somebody asked me about mixed couples, right? Mixed couples. I didn't get a chance to elaborate because I asked a question before the person, and I just end up starting a podcast. So I'm assuming she's talking about interracial relationship. I'll say this about it, right? Whoever you love, whoever you care for, is whoever you love, is whoever you care for. But I'm gonna say this: a lot of people love and care for the other people for the wrong reasons, right? Let me elaborate. A lot of people get into interracial relationship, because it's a lot of self-hate. Y'all might not like what I'm saying, but it's true. It's self-hate. Oh, I want my kids light skin. I want my kids with certain type of hair. I want my kids to be in this. I want it. I want to. That person I might look at that person in a different class. Like that person, or that person is better than these people. You understand? So a lot of people love interracially for the wrong reasons. A lot of times it's not really love. If you go back to their relationship or the person that they are, it's a lot of deep rooted self-hate in that. I know people that don't date black girls, right? Right. Some of their reason is black woman is headstrong, right, and love to clash, right, and they just scared. They can't deal with that type of emotion. But that's the dumbest shit in the world. You know why? Because everybody's not the same. Everybody is not the same. You can find a black girl attractive that don't have that type of mindset, or is not a bull, don't clash with you. So you're just making excuses. You telling me out of everybody in this world, you can't find a girl, whether a submissive girl or a girl that is low key or quiet, that you could talk to, that won't be rah rah or ghetto as you put it. Like, that's an excuse. That's a lot of self-hate, right? Because if you go down south, a lot of the girls down south are more family oriented, or more like the housewife type of girls. They're more soft, and so you can find that. It's not about the race, it's about location. If you're finding a girl in the project, not to say anything about like every project girl is like that, because that's another like stereotype. But if you're finding a girl that's raised in a certain environment, you're gonna meet that person in that environment. You're gonna meet more people of that environment. So what are we talking about? And if you, a lot of interracial relationship, if you look at it, it's not even like they picking the best out of that race. Sometimes it just be you be like, oh, I don't like, I can't say it because, but if you find somebody that's of another race and they love you and they show you something awesome, I'm for love. Love is a beautiful thing. Find a person that treats you right. If it happens to be another race, so be it. Because a lot of times people don't understand proximity. We're only gonna deal with the people that's in our proximity. So if you can't find people in your proximity, change your proximity. There's a community for that. Right? You do it for school. You can't find the good school, you go to another school. You know, change your location. Right? And sometimes we have to change, like we pick people based off of how we feel. And sometimes we don't know what we want because we go after the same type of people. That be our problem. We don't want the nerds. We don't want the guy that's not so cool. We go after a certain group of people and be mad that they dogging us out. Right? If we go after every dude with the nicest cars or the flashers, they're gonna attract girls that looks for the flashes. And you're most likely one of the girls that's for the flashes. So they're gonna look at you like you looking at them. Fool. So at the end of the day, they're gonna treat you like he treats every single one that goes for the flashes. And you wondering why he's not taking you serious, because most of the girls that likes him are girls that only go for people like him. So he has in his mind that, yo, I'm gonna treat him how I treat him. Because if he had nothing, you wouldn't go for him. Right? So the girls, like, I wouldn't say gold digger. You mad because he's dogging them out, but they going after him for the same reason. So y'all both are doing the same thing. If you can't build with him, he's not most likely don't want to be with you. You understand? That's why some people, like you see the people like the Steph Currys, whatever, they married their high school. The LeBron James, he married his high school sweetheart. Because that's somebody that grew with him. Yeah, they all got two things to be true. There are guys out there that just change up once they get older. Everything Kanye West said in this song came to fruition. As soon as he got on, he left her ass for a white girl. Right? And he had a high school sweetheart that he told his mother, like in through the wire, he said, I'm gonna marry your daughter. I don't know the extent of their relationship. I can't speak on it. But everything he said in that song, it came true. Sometimes we gotta watch we gotta really watch what we say, because a lot of times the things that we say comes to truth. It comes to fruition. So we really gotta watch what we say and what we talk about. Right? What I was about to talk about. I'm not even gonna give these people credit. I'm not even gonna give these people the attention. Right? But I'm gonna say this, right? We 40 minutes in, right? I'm gonna say this about something that's unhealthy for your relationship. What's unhealthy for your relationship is talking to people outside your relationship. That's what's unhealthy for your relationship, right? It's unhealthy because you have to be able to talk to the person that you're in a relationship with, right? And I'm not saying that you can't talk to somebody that's neutral. We know, but the problem is we don't normally talk to somebody that's neutral. We talk to people that love us or love them. When we do that, what you think's gonna happen? They're gonna take sides no matter what you say. So if I'm in a relationship with you and I go talk to your family, they're not really picking my side. They're gonna yes me to death, but they're not really picking my side. Or if we're in a relationship and I talk to my family, they're not picking your side. At the end of the day, I'm their family. But so two things could be true. That's my favorite thing. Two things could be true. There are some family that like the other person for you, and they'll tell you, they'll put you in your place because it's easier to put you in your place. But when we do tell a story, 9 out of the 10, when we tell a story, we tell our side. We don't tell the whole side. We tell our side, and we tell it from our perspective. And that doesn't necessarily mean that our perspective is right. It just means that our perspective is our perspective. Unless that person is mutual and they can talk to both of us and get an idea and make their own conscious thoughts and decision about the situation, then one person telling them their side of the story is foolery. You understand what I'm saying? It's dumb because they're not hearing the whole truth. Because you might have left a little bit of detail out, or they might left a little bit detail out that could change the whole narrative. So you have to be able to deal with somebody that you can say, yo, can I be myself with that person? You have to be able to deal with somebody that you could say, and for a healthy relationship, you have to deal with somebody that you could say, can I be able to express myself? Can I be free with myself? Can I trust that person? Can I trust that person with my feelings? Can I be vulnerable to that person without them taking advantage of my vulnerability or throwing it in my face? I was having a conversation, and the person said to their kids, "Be honest with me," right? And their kids was honest, right? I know the person is a great person, a great mom, and I know the person is just, you know what I'm saying? They good. So the kid said something that's really not too far of what she would like for them to say, but with a person like that, she has an open relationship with her kids, so their kids trust that I can be honest and you're listening, instead of you're taking heed to something and then now you're gonna retaliate, or now you're gonna make me feel some type of way. You might feel some type of way, yes, but always trust the process that I ask you to be honest with me. If I'm in a relationship and I ask you to be honest with me, trust and believe that I'm never going to bring that back up. And that's the type of relationship you need to have with your significant other, that you can take some information, lock it up, and keep it there. Keep a mental note, you know? So, yeah, at the end of the day, my favorite word is communication. Just communicate with your partner. Communicate with the person that you're with. And just and y'all just have to be everything for each other. You understand? Y'all just have to go for similar interests. You know what I'm saying? Go for equality. Go for just go for support. You know, just make sure you deal with somebody that supports you in everything you do. That you can tell all your concerns with. Just be with somebody that makes you generally happy. You understand? Because at the end of the day, that's all that you're in a relationship for, is to be happy. So just be happy. And then if it feels forced, you're really gonna have a problem there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna last as long as you think. Because you're trying to do too much. And then sometimes when you're doing too much, you don't even realize you're doing too much because you're in the moment. You know, so just be wary of certain things that you do, that's going on in your relationship, and communicate, right? So until next time, I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna let y'all go.
Go get him, Daddy.
I'm gonna get him, baby. I got him already. Thank you again for listening. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you like what I'm doing, if you like the conversation that we have, please share it. You know, it's gonna help me build my audience, and you know what I'm saying, so I could give you more content, better content, and I could have guests over, and then we could bounce off of each other, and then we're gonna go from there. Once again, I appreciate everybody for liking this. I appreciate everybody for sharing it. I appreciate everybody for subscribing. I appreciate it. I have about 100 subscribers. Oh my God. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm gonna continue as long as you continue to watch. Right? I thank you. I pray everybody good health and good spirit. And may God bless you all.